Hello, and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica, and this show is all about, you know what? I recorded an entire episode before, and I didn't click the record button. It was a good episode, too, because we're talking about pricing, and it's always a good episode. But you know what? I'm trying to do this so that I make the mistakes and step in the junk and crap so you don't have to. Welcome. Welcome to the show today. It is Wednesday, October 27th. We're going to do this again, and I'm looking at the record button. It is on. Thank goodness. I think it was like a 15-minute session, too, and I thought I clicked it, but I did not. Anyways, if you are new and you're brave, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you haven't checked it out yet, check out A VO's Journey Elite Academy. There'll be a link below. We meet 5 times a week. We have 5 different coaches. We go over everything from voice acting to marketing to business systems to tech and production. It's all about helping, brand new people and people who've been in the business for a little bit grow and start and grow their business with all kinds of references and files and things to help you. So it's a really wonderful place to be. So check it out. And we're running a special right now. The first month is half off. So check that out. That'll be a link below. All right, so today's topic, I was upset that I didn't record it because, we're talking about, I wanted to talk to you about why do we charge a lesser amount of money, like $5 or $10 or $100, where there are groups of people out there who claim we should charge a lot more. Why do we charge less? Why do some people charge less? All right, I want to talk about that, and I want to dive into it because I think there is a very specific reason to do it. But as I was talking about this topic the other day with someone, I realized, and I jotted the note down because I realized I wanted to do a video on it. I don't think a lot of people maybe think about the really hard reasons why they're charging what they're charging, what they're trying to accomplish with their price. Because I think when we start out, so much of what we do is all about, I got to get work, I got to make money, I got to pay for my equipment, my spouse is going to kick my butt if I don't make any money because God knows I've spent a lot already, right? I mean, all these thoughts going through our minds. And, I got to make this happen, or whether you need money now, whether you're trying to get out of a job you don't want to be in, whatever you're trying to do, create a side income, right? There is a reason behind why we charge what we charge. So I like to tell the story to start about my grandfather. And when I was young, while my grandfather was alive, he had started a lot of businesses, and has had some very successful businesses. And he liked to start He just liked to start businesses, even when he had successful ones running. He just liked to. And I got to watch him start a couple of businesses. And unfortunately, he passed away before I could learn a lot more from him. But I got to see what he did when he started. And it wasn't until I was a lot older that I thought about what I saw and what he did that made a lot of sense to me. And I think it makes a lot of sense in what we're talking about. So I'll use one example. So when he started one business that was a small cafe. And, when he started the business, he got everything up and running. And for the first couple of months, okay, he gave away so much product. He reduced the price on so much of the product. And at the time, I didn't think anything of it because I was young. I wasn't really caring about it. But as I look back on it now, the price and the giving away of stuff and the lower prices, that was not meant to be the business model. That was meant to serve a very specific purpose. And that purpose was to bring customers, attract customers to give a new business that no one had ever heard of, no one had ever tested out or tried out, give that business an opportunity to show them their stuff. And do that by giving the client, the customer, a very low risk factor. Okay, and one of the best ways to do that is through pricing. All right, and this happens basically with every business. Okay, I saw him do this, and I saw that business grow because people liked the food, people liked the product, they liked the setup. So as the word got out, and the word was able to get out because of him giving away stuff, because of the low price points that he was offering at the time. The word got out that this place was really good. The food was good. The atmosphere was good. And the business began to grow. And as the business began to grow, the price points changed to go back to what they should be based on the cost analysis of how much it cost to run the business, how much did he want to make on his markup in order for that business to be successful financially, okay? If we take that same sort of idea with what we do and how we charge in VoiceOver, it makes a lot of sense to focus a lot more on what you're charging and when you're charging it and why you're doing what you're doing. It takes on a whole new life, I think, the $5, $10, the low attractive pricing. The reality is, too, is that imagine if there was 100 voice actors and each one of those voice actors, right, charged exactly the same price. How does a person, a client, come in and decide what voice actor they are going to work with? Well, if you take price off of the table, then the only other way you're going to do it, right, would be through possibly talent. What if you want to listen to, oh, it's Captain. Say hello, Captain. All right. Maybe you want to listen to 100 different voice actors. That's not probably going to happen. So then you're going to want help. You're going to need someone, right? A person, all right? Someone to weed through all of it and say, you know what? We think these couple of people are going to be perfect for you. Listen to these 3 or 4 different people. You pick them. Okay, it's super simple. Everything's the same price. You just pick them. This model sounds great. It's happening right now. It's called an agency. A lot of times, agencies actually send out more and more auditions for people. But the point I'm trying to make to you is that it takes a gatekeeper. It takes someone in between the voice actor and the client in order to streamline to actually make that system work. A lot of people don't talk about, I think, the pricing idea because it eliminates the middleman. And so much of the industry is about that middleman. Now, some people will argue, well, you're trading one middleman for another, like, for example, websites. That's true. The ultimate goal for a lot of us, right, is to get clients directly from... He likes to get in my voice. Is to get people directly from our websites so that we are working directly with the client. That poses the largest threat to the voiceover industry as a whole, because if you're not a voice actor and you're not the client, everybody in between, unless you're making the actual mics and stuff, there's not a need for you anymore. Okay? And the support aspect of voiceover, right, the voiceover business is massive, just like any other business. So I guess what I'm getting at here is that pricing allows an individual, a small business, a business, to you and I, to find another way to attract people without having to use a middleman or a person specifically determining who gets put in front of you and who doesn't. Okay? Because if someone can control that, then they control you. All right? And so pricing plays a massive role in it, and it is very evident why, think about it, why people would be so upset about it. Now, I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of people, sadly, that I think are being fed a lot of information and made to believe something that they don't necessarily understand why they believe it, other than what someone told them. But for you and I, and this is what's important, because this is your business, this is your family, this is your livelihood, it's important to know why you charge a lower amount. And also to know that economics is based on supply and demand. Pricing is based on supply and demand. When I first started off, I had no demand. So I had a lot of supply and no demand. So when there's a lot of supply and there's no demand, prices go down. Perfect example, the flood of voice actors into the voiceover industry. Lots of supply, not as much demand. So of course prices are going to go down. That is how it works. I feel like he's sticking out my chest here. All right, come on, Captain. Well, this is a family show. Anyways, so right, prices will go down. But as you and I start out, and there is no demand because we've worked with no one knows that we exist, our prices are going to be low. But as the demand for us grows, as we put out lower prices in order to attract people. Now, the cool thing is you determine what your price is. You can make it $5 or $5,000. Okay. In the end, the goal is clearly for you to get business. Do you know what I'm saying? But the cool thing is that you run your business. That's important because by you running your business, you determine when your prices go up. You determine what you set them at. You are in charge, not someone else, which means that you can then plan out why you are doing what you're doing, when you plan on doing it, what are the criteria around your growth. But I guess in the end, what I'm really trying to say here is know why you're charging what you're charging. Don't charge something because I tell you to, or because some other guide tells you to, or some group of people shame you into it. Charge what you want to charge based on your strategy, based on supply and demand, based on economics. All right. That's been proven over time. It works. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if you start at a very high price point, the more demand you're going to get, you're going to raise your prices. But you have to attract business to start, just like my grandfather, who had to get people, all right, to try his product in order for his business to get some sort of credibility. Without that credibility, how do you demand higher prices? Right? Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to hear, your thoughts. This is such a good topic, I think, for us to discuss in a proactive manner, because I think we can grow, all of us, from it and learn from it. Please go ahead and, put your comments below. Also, check out VO's Journey Elite Academy. All right. And hopefully you'll hit that subscribe button if my beginning wasn't so crazy. At least Captain came and said hello. So that was a bonus. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I will talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.